My dear students, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I will be explaining the B.Ed second semester subject Sociological Foundations of Education as prescribed by Osmania University and other universities of Telangana. We will go through the important questions and answers one by one. Let's begin with a quick revision. Unit 4 first important short question is: what is meant by equality in education? Equality in education. Equality in education means giving every student the same chance to study and succeed, no matter their caste, religion, gender, place of birth, or family income. It is about ensuring that education is fair and available to all without discrimination. It includes 1. Equal access. Everyone can join school or college. 2. Equal quality, good teachers, books, and facilities for all, whether in city or village. 3. Equal treatment, no student is treated differently. 4. Special support, scholarships, free meals, or extra help for disadvantaged students. Example: the Right to Education Act (RTE) in India makes primary education free and compulsory for all children aged 6 to 14. When there is equality in education, talent and hard work, not background, decide success. This helps reduce social gaps and build a fair society. In short, equality in education means no child is left behind in the journey of learning. Next important short question is: 2. Mention any two gender inequalities in schools. 2 gender inequalities in schools. 1. Unequal access to education. In some areas, especially rural parts of India, girls are not sent to school as often as boys. Parents may think educating boys is more important, or they may worry about safety for girls. Example: a village family might stop their daughter's studies after class 5 but allow their son to continue till college. 2. Bias in classroom participation. Sometimes teachers or classmates give more attention to boys in activities like science experiments, sports, or leadership roles, while girls are encouraged more in soft activities like drawing or dance. Example: in a school debate team, boys may be chosen as leaders more often, even if girls are equally talented. These inequalities reduce girls' confidence and limit opportunities. True equality means giving both boys and girls the same access, encouragement, and respect in every part of school life. Next important short question is: 3. Write any two constitutional provisions that promote social equality in education. 2 constitutional provisions that promote social equality in education. 1. Article 21A, Right to Education. This article says that every child in India between 6 and 14 years has the right to free and compulsory education. Example: a poor child from a slum can join a government school without paying fees, ensuring education is not only for the rich. 2. Article 15, Prohibition of Discrimination. This article says that no one can be discriminated against in education based on religion, caste, gender, or place of birth. Example: a school cannot refuse admission to a student just because they belong to a lower caste or a minority community. These provisions make sure that education is available to all children equally, helping to reduce social gaps and create a fairer society. Education here becomes not just a privilege but a right for everyone. Next important short question is: 4. Who are the CWSN, children with special needs? CWSN means children with special needs, students who require extra support in education because of physical, mental, emotional, or learning difficulties. These needs can be temporary or permanent. They may include Physical disabilities like difficulty in walking, seeing, or hearing. Learning disabilities like dyslexia, difficulty in reading, or dyscalculia, difficulty in maths. Emotional or behavioral issues like anxiety or hyperactivity. Example, a child who is visually impaired may need books in braille or audio format, while a child with hearing loss may need a sign language interpreter. In India, programs like Inclusive Education under the Right to Education Act aim to teach CWSN in regular schools with proper facilities, so they learn alongside other children. This ensures that no child is left behind, and every student gets a fair chance to succeed in life, no matter their challenges. Next important short question is: 5. Name any one legal intervention against child labor or child marriage. 1. Legal intervention, the Child Labor, Prohibition and Regulation Act, 1986. The Child Labor, Prohibition and Regulation Act, 1986 is a law in India that bans children below 14 years from working in hazardous jobs like factories, mines, or chemical plants. It also regulates working conditions in non-hazardous jobs for older children. Why it is important? Child labor stops children from going to school and enjoying their childhood. This law ensures that children spend their time learning, playing, and developing skills instead of working in unsafe conditions. Example, if a 12-year-old is found working in a fireworks factory, it is against this law, and action can be taken against the employer. Through such laws, the government aims to protect children's rights and promote equal educational opportunities so that every child can get an education and build a better future. Next unit 4. Long questions. First important long question is: 1. Discuss the various forms of inequality in education, especially among dominant and marginalized groups. Various forms of inequality in education, dominant versus marginalized groups. In India, education is a basic right, but in reality, not everyone gets equal opportunities. Inequality happens when some groups enjoy better facilities and chances, while others are left behind. This gap is often seen between dominant groups, who have social, economic, or political power, and marginalized groups, like scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, women, rural poor, and people with disabilities. 1. Economic inequality. Rich families can afford private schools, coaching, and modern facilities. Poor families may struggle to afford school fees, books, or even uniforms. Example: a child from a wealthy family might study in an English medium school with computers, while a poor rural child might attend an underfunded school with no electricity. 2. Gender inequality. In some areas, boys are given priority for education, while girls are kept at home for household work or early marriage. Example: in rural villages, girls may drop out after primary school due to safety issues or social norms. 3. Caste and social discrimination. Historically, lower caste students faced exclusion. Though caste-based discrimination is illegal now, bias still exists in subtle ways. Example: some children from marginalized castes may face bullying or be discouraged from joining certain activities. 4. Geographical inequality. Urban areas have better schools, libraries, and teachers, while remote rural or tribal areas lack basic facilities. 5. Disability-based inequality. Children with special needs, CWSN, often don't have accessible infrastructure, trained teachers, or supportive learning materials. How it affects society. When marginalized groups don't get quality education, They remain stuck in poverty and cannot compete equally in jobs or society. Solution through equalization of opportunities. Government policies like Right to Education Act, midday meals, scholarships, reservations, and free textbooks aim to bridge the gap. Education should be inclusive, where every child, regardless of background, gets the same quality of learning. In short, a nation grows only when all children learn together, not just the privileged few. Equal education is not charity, it's justice. Next important long question is to explain the international, national, and regional interventions for gender issues and girl-child education. International, national, and regional interventions for gender issues and girl-child education. Gender issues in education mainly arise when girls do not get the same opportunities as boys to study and grow. To solve this, many efforts have been made at international, national, and regional levels. 1. International interventions. Global organizations work to ensure education for all, especially girls. UNESCO and UNICEF run programs like Education for All and Girls Education Initiative. Sustainable Development Goals, SDG 4 and 5 aim for quality education and gender equality by 2030. Example, the UN Girls Education Initiative provides scholarships, teacher training, and safe school environments for girls in developing countries. 2. National interventions, India. The Indian government has introduced laws and schemes to promote girl-child education. Right to Education Act, RTE, 2009 makes free and compulsory education for children, 6 to 14 years, a fundamental right. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao encourages parents to educate girls and stop gender discrimination. National Scheme of Incentives to Girls for Secondary Education offers cash incentives to encourage girls to study beyond Class 8. Midday Meal Scheme provides free meals to attract children, especially girls, to school. Example, many rural girls continued schooling after getting free bicycles under Sabla Yojana to ensure safe travel. 3. Regional state-level interventions. States have their own schemes to support girl education. Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalay, KGBV, residential schools for girls from disadvantaged groups in rural areas. Telangana's Kalyan Lakshmi scheme, though marriage-related, it indirectly encourages parents to educate girls until they reach legal marriage age. Bicycle distribution schemes in Bihar, Tamil Nadu, and Madhya Pradesh help girls travel to distant schools safely. Why these interventions matter? Educating girls improves family health, income, and social status. A girl who completes education is more likely to marry later, work in a good job, and raise educated children. In short, when we educate a girl, we don't just teach one person, we uplift an entire community and future generations. Equal education for girls is the smartest investment a nation can make. Next important long question is 3. Describe the efforts made to equalize educational opportunities for SC, CENT, girls, and CWSN. Efforts to equalize educational opportunities for SC, CENT, girls, and CWSN. In India, not everyone starts at the same level when it comes to education. Some groups like scheduled castes, SC, scheduled tribes, CENT, girls, and children with special needs, CWSN, face more challenges. The government and society have taken many steps to make education fair for all. 1. For SC and CENT students. SC and CENT communities often live in rural or tribal areas with fewer schools. To support them, reservation in education seats in schools, colleges, and universities are reserved for SC Cent students. Scholarships and fee waivers, free or low-cost education, plus financial help for books, uniforms, and hostel stay. Special hostels and ashram schools provide safe living and learning spaces in tribal areas. Example: many tribal students in Andhra Pradesh get free residential schooling through ashram schools. 2. For girls. Girls face gender bias, early marriage, and safety issues. Efforts include: Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao encourages families to educate daughters. Free textbooks and uniforms provided in many states to reduce costs. Bicycle schemes like in Bihar and Madhya Pradesh, so girls can travel safely to school. Midday meal scheme keeps girls in school by reducing hunger. Example: many rural girls in Bihar continued studies after receiving bicycles through Mukhyamantri Balika Cycle Yojana. 3. For CWSN, children with special needs. CWSN may have physical, visual, hearing, or learning disabilities. Steps include: inclusive education under Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan integrates CWSN into regular schools with special facilities. Special educators and assistive devices, braille books, hearing aids, ramps, and extra time in exams. Scholarships for educational expenses. Example: a visually impaired student in Kerala used braille books and screen readers to complete her graduation. Why these efforts matter? Education equality helps reduce poverty, break discrimination, and create a fair society. When SC Cent students, girls, and CWSN get proper opportunities, the whole nation benefits because talent has no caste, gender, or disability. In short, true progress happens when no child is left behind in education. Next important long question is: 4. Critically examine the concept of equity and the role of central and state governments in ensuring social justice through education. Equity in education and the role of government in social justice. 1. Understanding equity in education. Equity in education means giving every student what they need to succeed, not just treating everyone the same. While equality gives the same resources to all, equity ensures more help for those who face extra challenges like poverty, gender bias, disability, or discrimination. Example: if 3 students of different heights try to look over a wall, equality gives each a stool of the same size. Equity gives taller stools to shorter students so all can see equally. 2. Why equity is important for social justice. Social justice means everyone gets fair treatment and equal chances in life. Education is a powerful tool to achieve this. Without equity, marginalized groups like SC Cent, girls, CWSN, and economically weaker sections may always remain behind, no matter how hard they work. 3. Role of the central government. The central government frames national policies and funds large-scale programs. Right to Education, RTE, Act 2009 makes free and compulsory education a right for children aged 6 to 14. Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan integrates schemes for school infrastructure, teacher training, and inclusive education. Scholarship schemes for SC Cent, OBC, minorities, and CWSN students. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao encourages girl-child education. Example: the Central Midday Meal Scheme improves attendance among poor children across India. 4. Role of state governments. States implement policies on the ground and adapt them to local needs. Providing free uniforms, textbooks, and bicycles to reduce dropouts. Running residential schools like Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalay for girls in rural areas. conducting awareness campaigns in local languages, setting up teacher recruitment drives for underserved areas. Example, Tamil Nadu's free lunch program started in the 1960s became a model for the national midday meal scheme. 5. Critical view. While both governments have made progress, challenges remain. Funds may not reach the right places. Social barriers like caste bias or gender stereotypes still exist. Infrastructure in rural schools is often poor. Conclusion. For real social justice, equity must go beyond laws and schemes. The central and state governments need to work together, ensure quality along with access, and actively involve communities so that education becomes a ladder for every child to climb, no matter where they start. Next important long question is 5. Analyze the constitutional and legal measures taken to promote equality and protect children from exploitation in education. Constitutional and legal measures to promote equality and protect children in education. 1. Constitutional provisions for equality in education. The Indian Constitution ensures that education is a right, not a privilege for a few. Several articles directly promote equality. Article 14 guarantees equality before the law for all citizens. Article 15(1) and 15(4) prohibits discrimination based on religion, caste, sex, etc. and allows special provisions for socially and educationally backward classes, SCs and STs. Article 21A Right to free and compulsory education for children aged 6 to 14 years, RT Act, 2009. Article 45 directs the state to provide early childhood care and education to all children below 6 years. Example: a Dalit child and a rich child must be allowed to study in the same government school without discrimination. 2. Legal measures for equality in education. To make constitutional promises a reality, several laws have been introduced. Right to Education, RTE, Act, 2009 ensures free schooling, no capitation fee, no child held back till class 8, and 25% reservation in private schools for disadvantaged children. Equal Remuneration Act, 1976, indirectly supports equality by promoting equal pay for men and women, which motivates parents to educate girls. SC Cent Prevention of Atrocities Act, 1989, protects marginalized students from discrimination and harassment. 3. Measures to protect children from exploitation. Child Labor, Prohibition and Regulation Act, 1986 and Amendment 2016 bans employment of children below 14 years in all jobs, ensuring they go to school. Prohibition of Child Marriage Act, 2006 stops early marriage so that girls can continue education. Juvenile Justice Act, 2015 protects children in need of care, including access to education. Example: a 12-year-old working in a factory is rescued under the Child Labor Act and enrolled in school. 4. Critical view. While laws exist, problems remain. Poor implementation in rural areas. Social pressures like poverty, caste bias, and gender norms still push children out of school. Conclusion. India has strong constitutional and legal safeguards for equality in education and child protection. But for these measures to truly work, governments, schools, and communities must join hands to break social barriers, enforce laws strictly, and ensure that every child gets both access and quality education without fear or discrimination.